Ever find yourself, I don't know, like in the middle of the day and you can't remember where you put your keys
Oh, absolutely.
or like what you had for breakfast?
Happens to the best of
It's
us.
like, come on, brain.
Yeah.
Today on our deep dive, we're talking all about how what you eat can actually power up your brain, especially your memory.
It's remarkable, really. The food choices we make, they really can impact how well our brains function, even memory. It's like choosing the right fuel for a high performance engine, you know?
Right. So, like, what are some of these brain boosting foods? I know when we were talking earlier, omega-3s came up.
Yeah, omega-3 fatty acids, they're absolutely essential for brain health. Think of them as, well, they're like the building blocks for these things called cell membranes in your brain.
Okay.
And those membranes, they're crucial for transmitting signals between brain cells. So basically, omega-3s help your brain cells communicate more effectively.
So it's like they're boosting the brain's internet speed, making everything run faster and smoother.
Exactly. And when your brain cells can communicate efficiently, you experience improvements in memory, focus, overall cognitive function.
Gotcha. So where do we find these omega-3s?
Best sources: fatty fish, salmon, sardines, tuna.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, pack them into your diet.
Now, I've got to ask about chocolate because
Oh,
I saw that in the research you sent and I was very excited.
of course, dark chocolate, it's not just a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
In moderation, it can actually be beneficial.
Right.
It's the flavonoids in dark chocolate, these compounds that increase blood flow to the brain. And that means more oxygen, more nutrients reaching your brain
So
cells.
it's like a little mental vacation.
In a way, yeah. And that boost in blood flow can enhance memory, focus, even learning. But moderation is key, as with, well, most things.
Right. So we're not talking about a whole chocolate bar every day.
Yeah.
What should we look for when choosing our chocolate?
Exactly. Aim for at least 70% cacao. You'll maximize those brain benefits and minimize the sugar rush.
Makes sense. Now, what about walnuts? Those were something else that stood out to me in the research.
Walnuts are fascinating, one of the few plant-based sources of those omega-3s we talked about, and they're packed with antioxidants.
Okay, so a double whammy of brain power. I know antioxidants are good, but remind me again exactly how they help.
Think of antioxidants as your brain's defense system. They protect your brain cells from damage, keeping them healthy, and ensuring they can function at their best.
Like a force field against brain rust.
Exactly.
And of course, we can't forget fruits and vegetables. They're always the top of the list for overall health.
Rightfully so. They're full of, you guessed it, antioxidants, which protect your brain from something called oxidative stress. Imagine it like, well, it's like preventing rust from forming on your brain cells.
And the more colorful the fruits and veggies, the better, right?
Absolutely. Those vibrant colors often signal a higher concentration of these powerful antioxidants. Berries, especially blueberries and strawberries, are fantastic. And leafy greens, spinach, kale, they're brain food superstars.
Gotcha. So we're fueling our bodies with a rainbow of goodness.
Exactly.
Now, before we get to the final item on our brain boosting list, we have to talk about whole grains, kind of like the foundation of a healthy diet for our brains.
Couldn't agree more. Oatmeal, brown rice, quinoa. These whole grains, they provide a steady release of energy, which keeps your blood sugar levels stable. And that's crucial for your brain because it needs a consistent supply of glucose to function.
So no sugar crashes when you're powered by whole grains. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Now, what's the final must-have for a healthy brain?
It's something many people overlook. Water.
Oh, right.
Staying properly hydrated is absolutely essential for optimal brain function. Even mild dehydration can really impact your memory and your ability to concentrate.
I'm guilty of not drinking enough water sometimes. We got to work on that. So we've talked about a lot of great brain-boosting foods today. Omega-3s, dark chocolate, walnuts, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and of course, we can't forget about good old H2O.
And what's fascinating is that even small changes in your diet can make a big difference.
So if you're looking for a way to feel sharper and boost your memory, start with your plate. If this deep dive has made you curious about the link between your gut and your brain and all the research that's out there, well, keep exploring. It's a fascinating world waiting to be discovered, and it all starts with making conscious choices about the food that we fuel our bodies with.